Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Way of the Hunter. So, I tried changing the settings a bit. What I basically did is, I'll even just bring them in right now. I have everything actually set to low, except I decided to turn the anti-aliasing all the way up to temporal. And it seems like that has a huge effect on, like, just how things look, which I'm really surprised at. I didn't think that one setting would control so much of the game in that, but it apparently does. So we're going to try this, and hopefully it's going to be a bit of a smoother experience for us as we go through and play, or at least for recording. I'm going to leave it like this for a while and see, and hopefully everything is okay with it. But we did a little bit of pheasant hunting, just kind of took a few birds down. Then we got to experience a little bit more of the story and, like, the characters involved for things. They aren't really, like, a necessary part of a hunting game, but I guess it is kind of nice from time to time to have a little bit of story and mystery and stuff like, okay, he'll hit here and there, and what's going on with this, and this is something that I did like, is it brought up that little ethical side of what I guess I'd call it true hunting and just killing, the difference between the two are. Yeah, let's continue along where, actually, I wonder if that's even an animal path right there. Possibly, although truthfully that might be because I do have that so low. The grass isn't quite what should be seeing. I'm going to try, again, I don't want to do this too often because I don't want it to be, let me just try that medium, that medium, that medium, and try that and see. I think there's a little bit of a hit to the recordings, but I think it does look quite a bit better, so that way it actually looks like there's growing vegetation around. Yes, we'll try this for a while and see. I do think the biggest impacts are when you have areas where you can see very, very far out. Like, say, on the balcony of the lodge. Although I do wonder why they called it Bear Den Ranch instead of Bear Den Lodge. I guess maybe we'll find out more in time. Oh, and then there are, like, almost weird little, like, you'll hit spot. Actually, I should no, we didn't really cross over, like, one of these boundary lines. I'm not sure if it's, like, it loads a certain area around you, and then you actually, I thought I just heard, oh. Actually, you know what? That might not be bad to go up to and take a look at. Oh yeah, new discovery, hunting stand. I don't even know if I actually have to walk up to it then. Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think of what over here in the right might mean. Plus 1 hour... Is that maybe the direction of the wind? Or is that supposed to be, like, till sunset? Honestly, I have no idea. Wait, actually, maybe I do. Maybe that's wind direction, and that's conditions, so it's sunny with partial clouds right now. And that's what's going to be like 1 hour from now, 2 hours from now, 3... Okay, maybe that's what that is. I gotta admit, I do like... It's stuff like that, where you can actually get an idea of, like, a weather forecast beforehand. What are conditions going to be like in this much time, or what have you. Okay, so up ahead is the animal path that it wants us to find. No, is there something out there? Yeah, I didn't think anti-aliasing would have had, like, as dramatic of effect as it seems to, but apparently in Way of the Hunter it does. Granted, I'm not the most in-depth or knowledgeable about a lot of computer talk or that, so that can probably go a good way to explaining why. Okay, so supposedly... Oh, actually, I think yeah, you can see it.
An animal path. If I follow it, I will always find signs of animals.
Yeah, so this is it here. Well, it wants us to go back that way on it, I think. But it's not as well trodden throughout all, like, completely along, which is good. But you can see how that kind of, like, winds its way through back and... Actually, that might even be a rest spot right there. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at these, because these are probably going to be rest need zones. So that way we'll know. Let's analyze. Yep. Oh, it's actually a grazing spot. So they eat often here. And they follow along the path down this way. And I do hear...
Sounds like Hollywood isn't with his group today. Better check another time.
Oh, is that actually them? Or is there something else at play? Well, let's see. There was the one up... Oh, there's another one. Yeah, so it looks like just a bunch of females there. And we can follow this down. Yeah, I do like... This is one thing Call of the Wild also kind of had. They weren't really set animal paths, but if you did have like a large animal go through a patch of grass, you could see where the grass actually split to reveal like the path to travel. It seems like for Way of the Hunter, they're going to possibly be more a little bit fixed in the world, so you could go back to them and try to watch them for what animals go through that area. Oh, and it goes right to the water's edge, huh? Animal static signs, need zones, and hunting pressure. For successful animal tracking, look for paths, which will lead you dynamic signs like droppings, which will in turn lead to need zones. Once you discover these, you have an overview of the territory of the animal you are stalking.
Now I know they drink here, and I can return another time.
Okay. This is actually... I think this is a better introduction towards stuff like this than Call of the Wild did. It's been a long time since I've played, like, the beginning stuff for... Oh, I just noticed, like, we had the pretty heavy hit to frame rate there. I apologize, but as I was saying, it's been a while since I played the intro and, like, early stuff of Call of the Wild, so I don't know how well they introduced, like, need zones for, like, a thing. But here, you do get the lead up, like, okay, if you follow paths, you can then find these more dynamic signs that then lead to need zones, and those are when you can, like, know to come around looking for stuff. Just want to see. Yeah, I think it is just all female, or all mule deer does out there. Okay, I won't worry about that too much, we'll just work our way back to the vehicle. And yeah, talking about, again, can see, like, far off into the distance is where the performance tanks a little bit, and that's actually the lodge right up there. We'll just keep going along the road, find... That something... There's the sound of something pretty close there, but maybe not. And then one thing, too, is when you do bring binoculars or scope up, you do have a slower walking speed. Yeah, I still have to admit, I am just impressed with how much has really been done right with Way of the Hunter. I think it's because of Hunting Simulator 2 kind of soured the note and the feel of it a bit. That I wasn't expecting much from another modern hunting game, but no, I have to hand it to the studio behind Way of the Hunter. As much as there... could be some stuff like the story or that's not that essential, and it's kind of their preference if they want it or not. When you look at the hunting mechanics, there's a lot they have nailed down pretty well and good. And yes, I am noticing the varying frame rate here and there. I just think I'm going to try to leave it like this because it is one of the more nicer things. I kind of would even like, if possible, if I could put like a frame rate cap on the game. So that way I could say, okay, I can't run it smooth at 60, but maybe I can get away with 30 steady, and the game will at least like keep a proper or steady frame rate through it. Or, well, through recordings more so. The thing is, the game runs pretty well and fine at higher settings for myself playing on my own. It's just to try to record and capture it it kind of likes to stab my computer a little bit. But everything, I think we kind of found a smooth working point right now that'll keep us at for a little bit. Because as much as a lot of things are set to low or medium, it still looks pretty dang good. It's just, I think how it, because it does want to, like, have so much for a distance to be visible too, that's where I think it can hit pretty hard in, like, how well the computer will perform. Yeah, we'll hop into the Jeep, get back to the lodge, and then we'll probably have... This might even be the introduction to, okay, now go sleep in the bed till a certain time, and then try back around there. Probably gonna spook the crap out of every animal nearby again, but that's okay. Actually, can I... You can even have hunter sense going on while you're in the vehicle. I mean, granted, you're probably not going to pick anything up aside from, probably calls or sounds. But maybe you'd even be able to find, like, say, a few animal paths along the edges of a road or something. Well, scared that off. I think I've gone after enough pheasants. Let's just try to get us a little bit further along through all of our story stuff. And get more towards a point where we're going to be good to want to do some free hunting and just enjoying ourselves and doing whatever we like. We could probably actually do that at this point already. I just want to see if there's anything else it'll teach me given... Oh, yeah, see again, there's like that little load new area flash that happens. I just want to see if there's anything more info tutorial-wise that the game will go over for us to help us just kind of, well, help me not be as stupid. Let's put it that way, as simply as I can. I don't need the binoculars out, so let's just head up and see here. Yeah. And then, okay, so that's storage, that's our computer. Is there... Oh, what's this? Open door.
The basement's still locked. It's been a mystery since 2002.
Really? Yeah, there are some mysteries, and then...
You've discovered Nez Perce Valley grass.
Okay, well, that's just the map we've already seen. But yeah, Hunter Sense isn't just for, like, finding animal stuff. I guess if we go around a bit, too... Oh. Taxidermy stands that we can use. It basically lets you know what interactables there are in the world if you want to edit or change stuff. And then this must be Hollywood's dad that, was kind of mentioned for this one. And, yeah, you do see the abnormal antlers on it. Now... would that be, like, a running thing they constantly keep, like... I know the antlers kind of, like, drop off every year, but would the genetics keep abnormal antlers continually coming on, or would that just be something, like, for that year's growth? I'm actually not too sure now. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of little taxidermy stands. If you want to, you can really fill things up with, although... I don't know, the bar counter seems a bit high to me. It almost... Maybe it is just how it would be. I don't know. It just feels like that's a bit tall. Alright, let's do this, sleep, and then head out. Might as well say go right till 6, because we do have to try to get there. Where'd my mouse go? Oh, there we are. Okay, so we can't exactly set the minutes. Well, we can set the hour. Okay, so... Ooh. Actually, looks like it's... Yeah, still pretty early out. Okay, close that up. Oh, right, that closed on its own. Changing time and fast travel. If you like change time for your hunt for better conditions, you can choose to sleep in the bed in a lodge or at a campfire. See better, press H, turn on your... Okay, so you do have a headlight. Or, well, they call it head... I think that's a way you can tell that this game might be developed by European studio, because they call it a head torch. Or US or North America, we call them flashlights or headlights. Yeah, so that might be a little hint you can kind of get an idea for like where a game has been developed or where the development studio is based is like terminology like that. And then I'm going to just park us back where I did the other time. I don't want to drive the Jeep right into that area because that just would be kind of dumb to do. We'll park it right at that same lot that we went to find the echo spot at.
This is easy. Be quiet, move slowly, glass for Hollywood from Revenge Point, and hit the vitals from 100 meters. Exactly as Grandpa taught.
Yeah, don't run, try to make as little noise as possible or you'll alert the animals. I'll just take a glass out right oh. Okay, I think that's just a tree, but yeah, we're just going to walk our way in. Make sure the weapon is actually zeroed for 100. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you actually even get shot analysis, too. Okay, there's a lot of information the game will provide and help you out with, so... Yeah, this... I'm very much digging Way of the Hunter. I gotta give it to it. Okay, so my guess is, I know there's the drinking spot, but there's also the grazing spot too, so... More than likely, we'll try spotting for him at the river. And then maybe we'll try working up along the path. Yeah, so I got Hunter Sense active. I do have to admit, I prefer the Hunter Sense method Way of the Hunter offers for, like, trying to track in that than over how the Hunter Classic does. Even how Call of the Wild kind of does it as well with their node system. I guess it's just so that way it doesn't feel like it's as much a game mechanic. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I'll do this try-talking just so that way it does seem more steady. It feels more like a game mechanic to have like the little illuminated domes on the ground than, say, just toggling this thing and then you can kind of see like the tracks brighter or lightened up around. Yeah, so it's all possibly in here. I think if we can get to the hunting stand, that'll be a good spot to help view out from. I don't have anything like any collars or that, so it's not like I'll really be able to bring it in, but maybe we'll be able to find Hollywood getting a drink or eaten. Okay, no, that was just an insect. Again, I really gotta watch and see, trying to figure out the best mix of graphics, how to angle the camera for the videos. It's the one... This game is the one where, oh, it looks so good and I love it, but I also have to think, crap, my computer's not quite new enough, or I don't have a good enough computer to really be able to keep it as good looking as it could be. There it was again, that flash of, like, everything's now loaded in. I wonder if that would even mean it's a little smoother. It does kind of seem like that. It does kind of seem like once you've hit, like, the flash zone, the area is almost, like, a little bit easier to, see and get, like, visuals with. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where the does were. I think they were somewhere up over that way. Okay, yeah, so there's the tower there. And the neat spot... Okay. Yeah, there we go. So we are still a little bit south of where they were drinking. I'm not sure. What's with the weird splashing right there? Maybe it's just like a little visual bug? Just take a little look around and see. But if I can find the drinking spot... Okay, see, now it's not really showing that up again. Yeah, I think it's just a visual bug trying to convey the water's flowing, but it's going a little too hard at that. Oh. There's Hollywood. Okay, so. Although, I don't think it really made much sound of, like... I was crossing there.
That's Hollywood.
Yeah, so there he is, just resting. Okay, we are still about 100 meters out from where I'd like to be, or where we want to try going for a shot from. So I think I actually want to try to get a little bit more into the bushes here. It does seem... Oh, I just noticed... Okay, see, that might be a little bit of a problem. I just realized is the wind's not really going to be working with us. Yeah, so they are still calm. The wind's blowing south. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to figure out. I don't want to go over there. Because... Yeah, that is the wind direction. Okay, so... Let's try to stay over here if I can, because I think... Yeah, the wind won't carry our scent that way, so we just have to try to get within a decent range. And see if we'll be able to get... Oh, he's getting up. I think I'm still far enough out. They're not going to really care too much. And it looks like he is basically just with a bunch of females. I don't see another buck in there with them. Let's slow our steps a little bit, just so that we can get into a nice position. Try not to alert any... Oh, he's on the move a bit. Oh. I don't know if he spotted me or not. He's just looking over here. Yeah, see, wind I don't think is carried over to him. So I'd like to try to stay within the certain range of him. But he is on the move. Gotta try keeping up, but not being too... Ah, shoot, they're in a trot. Oh, yeah, see, they did get alerted to me. That's actually kind of a nice... Oh, yes, he's looking right this way. That's a nice thing I gotta give the game, is like the animals don't see you and immediately spook and run. There's almost like they acknowledge you're there, they're alert to you, but they aren't triggered to like, oh crap, run away, run, run, run. Like, say, I think the Hunter Classic and even Call of the Wild... Well, not quite Call of the Wild, but Hunter Classic I think is a little bit more like, oh god, everything's looking this way. Yeah, I can tell you why. It's probably because they're picking up the, It might be the scent. I can't imagine it's as much because of... Oh god, everything's looking this way, yeah. Yeah, see, they know I'm over here. That just made this much more difficult. I think it all really comes down to the wind. Like, I'm not moving quickly enough that I think it would really startle them. But they're all just kind of looking down this way, and it's kind of creepy in a way. But yeah, see, you're... Okay, how well can I zoom into? That's about as... I could try for 150. I might need to do that. I know the game was kind of saying, okay, go for the 100, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I think I'd be better off trying for the 150. Oh, God, you gotta have your entourage. It is a lot like the hunter in a way, because... Okay. That looked like it was a hit, but I don't know for sure. God, the wind did not want to help me at all, though. Yeah, see, they've all ran off. Let me go kind of look to the area where he was. I don't know if the bullet dropped a little bit, so that way it wasn't a very good hit, or that is going to line up for us. Yeah, almost... I think what I should have done was actually try... Maybe going down that road and see if I could have come up from down this way upwards, just with how the wind is. Well, we'll head over, take a look, and see. Okay, so this is kind of where they were. Okay, what do we got over here? There's a patch here. Oh, this is blood. Pink, medium. Okay, so it's going to be slow. Oh, here we go. We're on the trail. Yeah, so he should go down from that. I think it was a lung shot. Because I think that's what the pink means. It means that there's a lot of oxygen to the blood. Because it's from the lungs. Or right at the lungs where that... Oh. Okay. Looks like it goes for a while. See, it almost feels like you either go at a fast trot or a very slow step. There's not like an in-between. I'll just keep going with this and... Nope, nope, I just wanted to... There we go. Go with this for a while and see. But yeah, now that I don't have a lot of distance in that shown on camera, it seems to be going pretty smooth and fine. It's all going to be, I guess... Oh, there he is. Hey there, Hollywood. Let's take a look at you. Okay, it looks like it had to penetrate through one of the ribs, but it did get through into the lung. Yeah, I actually hit a little higher up than I thought it was. I thought I was actually going to have a little bit lower for it. Yeah, he's a normal antler, just like his old man, apparently. Single lung, 726, partly cloudy, Nez Perce Valley. Would actually sell for a fair amount, wouldn't it? Yeah, so we want to taxidermy that. And then wants us to go back to the lodge. I think all these are just the sounds of the females he was with, so... Yeah, we'll head back up to the vehicle. Actually, it's kind of interesting. You kind of hear, like, clicks almost like they're stamping their feet in, like, nervousness or that from being startled. Well, yeah, we'll go for a jog. I don't really think we have to be quiet, considering we're just going to try to wrap this mission up this episode. And then we'll see what else might be ahead. Yeah, still very impressed with Way of the Hunter. The only troubles I've been having with it are on my technical end because of requirements for its performance or that. And even then, it's because I'm trying to record for videos or that. If it wasn't for that, it'd probably be a very smooth experience at even higher graphics, but... yeah, I'm not sure if it's just because of... see, I can't really see it being that much the settings for, like, my recordings that would do it. Maybe, but I also don't know. Well, whatever the case, I think I've kind of found a working medium right now that we'll keep going with for a bit. I do apologize if I do miss some spots and there's some stutter and frame drops. There's not much I can really do about it unless, again, instead of keeping the camera way up here to see all kinds of stuff around. Although even then, right now, that's actually running pretty smooth, so I guess it all depends on what is... Is there, like, a close mountain range blocking a lot, or is there a big... I mean, that's still a gorgeous view, and even then, that's actually not working too badly off, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out with more time, and who knows, maybe an update will come along, there'll be like, oh yeah, we were able to optimize some stuff, so it's not quite... So it runs a little smoother. Who knows? Either way, we'll just get ourselves back to the lodge, place Hollywood... and see what might be next. Actually, one thing I'm not even sure about is how many different species of animals there even are in the game, because... like, Steam has its trading card thing, so I have gotten a few of those just from playing The Way of the Hunter a couple of times now. There's gray wolf that I think we can hunt on this map, there's the mule deer, there's white-tailed deer... There's gotta be elk, there's brown bear, I don't know if there's black bear too. I have to guess if there's brown, there might be black bears. I'm just not actually sure, like, a comprehensive list of all species we could go after, because, like, we go to animals, we only get what you really hunted. Oh, but even then, you get a nice bit of detail on the species too. And we do have the characters... a few comics on that if you want to hear it over again, going through the gear, firearms, stuff like that. Actually, what's nice is it gives you the information on all the firearms, even if you haven't bought them, so you can kind of get an idea of which ones you might want to go for and which ones you don't. The only thing is, I guess for the Hunter Classic and Way of the Hunter, well, I should say Call of the Wild, all three games... This is the one where trying to figure out the ethical weapon for what you're going after is a little bit more tricky. Actually, I think that's an animal trail right there. Oh, hang on. No, that's, let me open the map. Okay, so that's another trail I could go by vehicle, I think, if I wanted. That or even on foot. Yeah, they wanted to streamline, like, what weapons were ethical for what animals or that. So I think that's what the animal tiers are. It's kind of like the, how the hunter has it for, like, well, I should say Call of the Wild, because that's where you have, like, class 0 to 3 is, like, small game, 4 to 6 is medium, 7 above is large. Ooh, almost took out the sign. My bad. So yeah, it does make it a little difficult to know what weapons I should be taking for which species, but we'll keep playing and see. Maybe there'll be a little bit more that'll, like, get hinted at. Or ways to, like, find out what weapons to take for what animals in time. So far, though, happily impressed and very happy to be playing and covering Way of the Hunter on the channel. Let's just get ourselves up without smacking into anything else, hopefully. And place Hollywood in there with his dad. There we go. And let's head up and in. Okay, taxidermy assistant hunting log. Same animals taxidermy, you have to choose taxidermy option while harvesting them. Sold animals are gone for good. You can exhibit them on stands in the lodge. And do. Oh, I wonder if that's where the payment comes in, because it didn't look like there's anything to pay when we collected him out in the field, but now that we're in the lodge and we're about to place him, there is like the little 0 there. There we go. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is we'll just take a look at the computer, see if there's any other active missions we want to take. And we do have one here for, ooh, Duck and Dine. Dear Mr. Willow, that was quite a catch you sent us last time. Liver of one of the ducks was so big it qualified as fine meat for foie gras. It's delicacy my grandmother made when I was a little kid, and I had no idea how it was made. I remember how terrified I was when I saw the process of gavage. My granny was force-feeding her poor geese so that she could fatten up their livers. After that, foie gras never tasted the same, until your last package. I did a little bit of research, and it looks like this time of year is ideal for duck livers in your area. The ducks have access to so many seeds that they gorge themselves and develop a fatty liver all on their own. Now, I know it's extremely rare, but I would be beyond grateful if you managed to catch more of these lovely fat ducks. Thank you in advance. Oh, Frank Duxbury, Duck and Dine manager. We'll take that mission. Shop-wise, I could look at getting another weapon, but I wonder if they'll actually want us to get a duck collar
Swamps
here.
north of Bear Den Ranch were always full of wild ducks.
To find ducks, you should venture into their primary habitat, swamps. Every animal has an environment they thrive in. Explore and learn more about them, find the animal more easily. That also looks like mountain goats in that picture too, so that's another species that we'll be able to go for. Okay, but yeah, let me just quickly buy ourselves a duck collar, and then we'll go on our way up there. Duck collar. Actually, one thing I notice, there's nothing like a cover scent, different camouflage to pick up. It mostly is just like focusing on the hunting experience without like too much in the surroundings. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I should... I think I'll pick up a deer collar just to have. And let's put that one there. And that should be good for right now. Okay, so calling and call levels. When you know about the presence of an animal in our vantage point, use the correct calls and they will come towards your position. You can buy new collars in a shop. Okay, so we'll see how that works kind of next episode if we can get any ducks in. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Way of the Hunter. We got Hollywood down, another thing to the lodge, and a little bit learned. We'll see what else we get up to in the series with more time. But thank you guys so much for sticking through it. Technical stuff, hopefully a little bit more resolved for now. And we'll see what's coming in the future. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.